Just a disclaimer saying this content might not be suitable for younger viewers, so just a heads up, it has some kind of violence. But if you're the person who can stand horror and has no problem with it, you're free to watch. Just a disclaimer, this is true. So be warned if it's kind of a little gruesome. Okay. Sorry with the disclaimer, and I'll get on the video. I was recently just sitting in my house, just watching TV, normal stuff really. And when I heard a weird sound, not just a normal human kind of thud, it was the kind of thud you would hear before scene, but not really. So I thought it was nothing until I heard it again. Now I'm starting to get a little freaked out. So instead, I just ignore it and think it's just some kind of just a washing machine or the dryer because they were running downstairs. And then I heard it again, this time louder. So I'm wondering, that does not sound like the dryer or washing machine. And then I get the sound of the washer and dryer stopping right as the sound appears. And then I freak out. I'm no joke. I hide upstairs and then, well, not really hide. I got the nearest baseball bat and then hid under the bed for a while until it didn't hear it anymore. And then I get back out. That's right as I saw a figure in the side of my room. I freak out. And then right as I'm trying to get breath, I just run out the house. I run out the house and then out the window. I see the person staring back at me, creepily with his messed up smile. I don't care anymore. I run straight in my car and hid. And then I called the cops. When they came, they found nothing and assumed it was just a joke. But I swore that man's face. But I wish I could tell you it's ended there. It didn't. And I heard the same sound. So this time, I don't call the police. I arm myself. And then the guy comes out, running straight towards me. And then the next thing I do, hit him to the ground. He was unconscious. And he was arrested. Never saw of him again. And now very cautious if it really was that washing machine or dryer. This is a story. Basically, well, maybe this is not the only one that's that true, but this is real. So one time, it was just a regular normal day when I was just strolling about in the woods. It was snowing. Well, it was in West Virginia, I don't know, but it was one of these years. It just started snowing a whole lot. It did not want to stop snowing. So I just thought, well, it's a time of year. But I saw footprints in the snow. It looked like normal human footprints, but when you look closely, the footprints are not any kind of shoes I've ever seen. Not myself, I'm not a shoe person. So, I just thought, maybe it's just people at the resort. Oh, how wrong I was. It was not any ordinary person at this resort. Instead, it was just, don't want to spoil it. And I get home, and I just go to bed. I woke up. Then, no, that was nothing. Go back to sleep. I'm right beside you. I freak out, and I'm like, I look around the room. No one's here. Under your bed. Oh my god. And then I check under the bed. And I scream. Literally, I scream. And then instead of being like the person, I just literally did the nearest baseball bat. And then beside the time I get there, the window is wide open. And then a note was left. I thought, what was this? And I looked at it. It said, don't think you're gonna get good night's sleep this night. Well, that's how I read it. And that's basically, that wasn't it. The next time I woke up, I'm gonna murder you. And I freak out. And then when I wake up, this guy literally, instead, he's holding a knife. He was right about to wound me when I basically got him off me and then slammed him to the ground. And no offense, I am a pretty heavy guy, so it was very easy to break this guy to the ground. When I got him to the ground, he was unconscious. Not dead, just unconscious. Neither in a coma. I made sure of that. And then when I do, I just dragged him to outside, where I dragged him far enough where he was in the middle of nowhere. And then I drove off. Never heard of him again. Or did I? But for serious, I never saw him again. This story is probably the reason why I'm never going back to motels. No, for serious, I'm probably never going back to motels. You would think on Christmas, motels wouldn't be as, well, deadly to say. So let's just start off saying blah blah blah. You get to the hotel and start your day off. Unpack, put everything in the closet, and And actually, this hotel was pretty nice and pretty big. It was big enough for like almost a house, and you wouldn't expect it to be that big since it's a motel. But it was basically a motel that no one really goes to. Well, since it's a motel and no one ever really goes there. But then you hear the sound. A sound that sounded like someone dragging coins around the floor. Then stopped. Nothing. Continue walking. I turned. I nearly had a heart attack. It was someone. Not any ordinary person. He looked like he was in his mid-50s or 40s. Just standing there, creepily. I could make out some facial details. Like, he was bald. He wasn't completely bald. He was just on the top. But he looked like his hair is all greasy and dirty. And his outfit, he looks like he's been eating too much. I said, dude, are you crying serious? And then he said, oh, I'm serious. And I'm like, how am I going to get away with this guy? I don't know how he understood what I said, but apparently he started running full force. And I didn't run. I did not look back. I just run, and then I heard him scream. Probably alerted some people because there were sirens in the background. I said, yes! but he was about to grab me when he hit his head on something, and then he stopped. He was cold dead. I mean, seriously, he was just basically someone that was pretty bad in wrestling. And then what I do is, well, I just run to the cop car begging him to arrest him. Luckily we got there when he was about to get up. But there's a police, hold! And luckily he was about to run off when he got tased. So they didn't in there. Oh no, they did not. The next night, this is basically like a whole week. It's just the sound. Even though this. And I just come back from eating salad from my wife was just in bed. I nearly almost had a heart attack when I looked behind me. Someone that looked completely identical to the last person, which I just said, do you need anything? No. I'll just stare at you. I just hit him when I heard at the door. And while looking to the people, he said, open the dang door. I'm gonna have a knife and an axe. When I thought of this, I'm like, oh shoot, the door is actually metal. He could break that door down. Instead, I had an Apple Watch, so I immediately was holding the emergency button. You know, that feature where if you hold the button, it does a countdown, and I tried, and then I was holding that, and it said, open up! And right when it was doing that, I was like, please hurry up, please hurry up. And then I was holding it, and then 911, what's your emergency? Apparently, he was too busy calling me out. I was like, please hurry. Just hold my location. Just go to this location you're calling. Okay, I was on the way. And then, oh shoot. And then, I don't know how far away we were from the police station. It felt like minutes and hours of when he broke the door down. It was free in the house. At least my wife was on a shopping trip. But yeah, this was just nothing. So I thought, this guy's in here. At least I didn't have kids when this happened. So right when he was in here, I heard sirens. It is right when I heard those sirens, he was like, I'm gonna kill you when they come. And he was starting to drag me. And I was like, no, he was starting to drag me. I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna let him do that. And then I punched him in the face. He was dead cold. For real this time he was. And as he was dying, so he was getting up, his weapons were not in his hand. He knew he wasn't gonna get away. As he was getting out the door, freeze! And the cops had enough of this and decided to shut the place down. But they didn't give us enough time to pack and head home. At least West Virginia, we were in West Virginia. And yeah, I know it's West Virginian, but I was lucky enough to get away. Sadly, my brother had a problem with his skiing resort problem. He had the same thing, which I probably think you might have got a story about him. And this was all in the news. But that probably wasn't where it ended. There's this third guy. And he tried attacking the prison, which he probably was a complete idiot. And he was just a 21-year-old, and he was arrested. So we heard that those people were electric chaired, but they survived apparently. So, who guessed it? I'm just glad I'm never going to another motel again.